Good morning, I'm Samriddhi Kesi. These are the headlines of the hour. By-election results of all the local levels announced. Krishnaman Dangol gets elected as the mayor of Kantipur municipality. Nepali Congress wins in 19, CPN UML in 8 and CPN Maoist in 11 cases. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli all set to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping today. Bilateral agreements to be signed. US President-elect Donald Trump issues a stern warning to Hamas demanding the immediate release of hostages in Gaza. Hamas confirms the death of 33 captives. And Sutur Paschim Royals give Viratnagar Kings a victory target of 183 runs in the Nepal Premier League match currently underway in TU Cricket Ground, Kantipur. Welcome back. Let us begin with some by-elections update. The final results for all the 41 local levels have been announced. Nepali Congress won 1 seat for the position of mayor, 2 district coordination committee and 16 candidates were elected as ward chair. CPN Maoist grabbed the position of vice chair at 1 place, 1 chair and 2 vice chair of rural municipality and 7 ward chairs. Likewise, CPN UML bagged its victory at 1 place for chair, 2 seats for vice chair of rural municipality and 5 seats for the ward chairs. 1 independent candidate was elected as ward chair, whereas People's Socialist Party won 2 seats and Unified Socialist, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and Nepal Workers' Peasant Party have won 1 seat each. Nepali Congress pick Krishnaman Dangol was elected as the mayor of Kantipur municipality. Dangol won by 5,334 votes and has mentioned to fulfill all his commitments.
मतबाली भएको दिनदेखि नै मैले जनतामा मैले प्रतिबद्धता गरेका कुराहरूलाई मैले आफ्नो मनमा लिएर म काम थालनी गर्ने म वचनबद्धता प्रकट गर्दछु।
Dangol won his competitor Shivasharan Maharjan by a margin of 779 votes. CPN Maoist pick Maharjan had 4,555 votes. Likewise, CPN UML candidate Surendra Manandar got 4,337 votes, while independent candidate Razman Maharjan got 2,036 votes. Rajkumar Nakarmi was elected as the mayor of Kantipur municipality in the then by-elections. His post had been vacant after his demise due to kidney-related ailments few months ago. Nepali Congress candidate Ichha Kumar Maharjan won the post of ward chair in Kantipur 1 and Rajendra Bania won at Kantipur 4. The number of voters in the local level by-election remained relatively low despite intense promotions by the Election Commission. The number of votes cast in Sunday's by-polls have decreased by 21% in municipalities. Let's look at some of the numbers.
The number of eligible voters in the December 1 by-elections were higher compared to the local level elections in 2022. However, the number of votes cast were relatively lower. The Election Commission has said the voter turnout stood at 62%. However, the number of votes cast for chairpersons and vice chairs in 8 local levels have dropped by 21% compared to the local level election of 2022. These municipalities in the previous election had a total of 111,914 eligible voters. This time the number went up to 127,407. However, the number of votes have gone down instead of up. In Kantipur municipality, 79% voters had cast the ballot in the local level election back in 2022. In Sunday's by-election, the turnout hovered around 65%. This is despite the number of eligible voters going up to 31,112 compared to 30,328 last time. In Doilek's Mahabu Rural Municipality, the voter turnout last time was 68%, which has dropped down by 13% this time around to stand at 55%. In local level elections in 2022, the number of eligible voters were 12,217, which climbed to 12,614 this time. In Rukum East Putha Uttar Ganga Rural Municipality, the number of votes in by-elections decreased by 21%. In the local level election in 2022, the voter turnout for the rural municipality was 74%. This time around, it stands at 53%. Likewise, voter turnout in Jazarkot's Nolghat Rural Municipality has gone down by 10%, despite the number of eligible voters increasing to 16,504 from the previous 16,449. In Humla's Sarkeghat Rural Municipality, the voter turnout has dropped by 12%. In the previous local level election, voter turnout stood at 78%, which this time stands at 66%. In Morang's Gramthan Rural Municipality, 71% of the eligible voters turned out to vote. This is still 7% lesser than last time. Bajuraj's Swami Kartik Khapar Rural Municipality also saw a drop in the voter turnout by 20%. As election is an integral part of democracy, the decreasing voter turnout, analysts say, might not augur well for the country.
Welcome back. It has been revealed that the mastermind behind the Nepal Airlines Corporation's wide-body aircraft procurement scandal, Deepak Sharma, who has already been convicted on charges of bribery from Columbia District Court, US, faces another charge in the US court. His sentence is yet to be announced by the Columbia court. Nepali investigators have found that Sharma, who is a British citizen of Nepalese origin, had submitted $4 million in bribery through banks in Ireland, Dubai and the US. Of the two wide-body aircrafts purchased by Nepal Airlines, the first one landed in Tribhuvan International Airport on 28th of June 2018. The passengers on board in the flight included corporation's managing director Shugaratna Kansakar, who was accompanied by Deepak Sharma, who was in AAR Corporation, the company which facilitated the procurement. A case has now been filed against Sharma in the US for bribery during the procurement of the two aircrafts that cost 23 billion rupees. Sharma has been based on the US and has been working in the aviation sector. He has been found bribing Nepalese and international agents and sending money through US banks while doing so. Based on the evidences collected by the team investigating on the allegations against Sharma, Sharma transferred some $4 million through banks in Dubai, Ireland and US. Between February 15, 2017 to July 24, 2018, Nepal Airlines Corporation Managing Director had released $216.3 million in payments. The price charged for the 230-ton capacity aircrafts was equivalent to that of the aircraft having capacity of 242 tons. Deepak Sharma's company AAR received $6.6 million more for the procurement. The special court back home is to soon hand out a verdict on corruption worth 1,470 million rupees against 32 individuals, including Deepak Sharma and office bearers of then NAC board. The 456 megawatt Upper Thamakoshi hydropower project, damaged by floods and landslides on September this year, has remained unrepaired, forcing the Nepal Electricity Authority NEA to impose power cuts on industries. NEA states that the situation has worsened due to lack of approval to import additional electricity from India. Heavy rainfall on September 28th and 29th caused a massive rockfall at the Upper Thamakoshi hydropower project, severely damaging its sand sorting area. While repair work is ongoing and expected to be completed by this month, declining river water levels have reduced output from other projects. With the 456 megawatt Upper Thamakoshi still offline, industries now face power costs totaling 150 megawatts.
ल्याउन सक्यौं भने त्यसपछि चाहिँ नि त्यसमा पानी बगाउन सुरु गर्छौं। अहिले ड्राई सिजनको बेलामा एउटै चाहिँ सेलिङ बेसिनबाट हामीहरुले सञ्चालन गर्ने हाम्रो योजना रहेको छ। त्यसपछि चाहिँ नि अब राइट सेलिङ बेसिनको पनि काम चाहिँ अगाडि बढाउनलाई अब त्यसको लागि चाहिँ ठूलो चाहिँ नि अर्को डिजाइनदेखि लिएर सबै कुराहरू अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने जस्तो देखिएको छ।
Currently, Nepal's hydropower projects with a combined capacity of 3,400 megawatts are producing only 1,658 megawatts against a demand of 1,800 megawatts. The Nepal Electricity Authority has been cutting 150 megawatt during peak industrial hours due to shortfall. India's restriction on electricity imports to daytime hours 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. has further complicated power management, especially from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. NEA has been imposing power cuts on industries for the past week and expects this to continue until the end of 2024. It is time for international news. US President-elect Donald Trump is demanding the immediate release of Israeli hostages being held in Gaza, warning that if they are not freed before he is sworn into office for the second term, there will be a hell to pay. Trump issued a warning to Hamas and the Middle East in a post on social media. He warned Hamas to release the hostages and made it clear that he would take strong action against anyone who commits atrocities against humanity. He also added that those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. In October 2023, Hamas unexpectedly attacked Israel and took about 250 Israeli citizens as to Gaza Strip. Some of them are said to be American Israeli. The Israeli side claims that 101 of the 250 American Israeli are still under Hamas control. However, it is estimated that half of the 101 have already died. Hamas has maintained its stance that the hostages will not be released until a complete ceasefire is reached. Likewise, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that there will be no ceasefire until Hamas is completely destroyed. Meanwhile, Hamas has said that 33 hostages have died in 14-month-old war. Hamas has not disclosed the nationalities of the citizens. The rest of the hostages have been reported to have disappeared during the war. Yesterday, Hamas released a video of an American-Israeli hostage in which the young man who was taken hostage had urged the newly elected President Trump to take initiative for his release and ensure his safety to return home. The Joe Biden administration tried for Israel-Hamas war ceasefire, but it has not been able to finalize the ceasefire yet. Saudi Arabia urged the World Court at The Hague to be cautious in its legal opinion on states' obligation on climate change, arguing that United Nations Treaty on Climate Change, like the Paris Agreement, already provided a complete answer to what states must do. Prince Jalvi Turki Al Saud said on the behalf of Saudi government that to impose any obligations or consequences that go beyond or conflict with those contained with specialized treaty regime on climate change would risk undermining the integrity of this regime and impair future progress. Under the Paris Agreement, countries are required to create climate plans every 5 years known as Nationally Determined Contributions (NDCs), which must detail how they plan to reduce emissions and adapt to climate change. In their remarks, Saudi Arabia explained to that the implementation of climate plans is not legally binding. Saudi Arabia is the world's largest exporter of crude oil, a fossil fuel that drives greenhouse gas increases. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said that stepping up support for Ukraine was essential to put the country in the strongest position for peace talks, as he conceded in the clearest terms that there could be negotiated end to the war. Starmer stressed the importance of continued Western support to Ukraine and warned a Russian victory in Ukraine would threaten Europe's security, stability and prosperity, particularly because it could embolden Russia's allies. Starmer said in a speech in London's historic financial district that all parties should continue to back Ukraine and support their self-defense for long as it takes. Starmer's comments on some social crucial comment in the war with Russia advancing at its fastest rate since 2022, and US President-elect Donald Trump was deeply skeptical of US support for Ukraine, promising to end the war quickly after he is inaugurated on 20th of January. Britain has been one of the Ukraine's most vocal supporters since the start of invasion by Russia in 2022 and was the first country to supply more sophisticated weapons to Ukraine, including battle tanks and long-range cruise missiles. Starmer said it was vital that all European nations step up to protect our shared future because the future of freedom in Europe is being decided today. Starmer also addressed the escalation in Syria and urged the country's leaders to work towards political solution to stop the fighting. That is all for the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.